the bus to Kazurabashi. Looks like a park down there. So down the hill, about 300 meters, is the Kurabashi Bridge, and then another 50 meters is the Biwa Waterfall. There's also a pissing statue, a boy pissing. It's a statue off a cliff somewhere not too far away. What's interesting is notice that for this parking area, it looks like a double parking area. Look at the elaborate structure of cement and steel designed to hold that. And for what purpose? It must be a hope for tourism. There is the Biwa Falls, perhaps. Throughout this area are these rope bridge type of faux fence, cement fences. It's apparently the off season, that's why things are closed. So here's the starting point for crossing the Kazurabashi Bridge. The bridge that will take me back across to go up and look at the falls. Okay, these big trees that we've seen so many of are the prime support for the bridge. We can see that they've backed that support mechanism up with substructure here of big logs tied together with vines that further support the specific vines themselves going across the bridge. Now in the old days there was no railing, as I've said, even though today there is. So it's just interesting to take a look at how this was designed. How the building and even the corners are faux log building, even larger logs at the base. This must be panels, I'm thinking. Whole panels, if not entire walls done like this. But even those beams there done the same way. So here we get a side view in hopes that these people will get themselves across the bridge. It's interesting to imagine how long it took and how many different failed experiments it took to devise this somewhat peculiar cantilevering system. Now, as I indicated, the bridge that I'll be crossing, those ropes are all have steel cables entwined inside of it. It was tied or connected to that rock originally or not, don't have any way. And for some it's quite a scary adventure. The most dangerous part I perceive is that this wood is slippery, I'm sure, so how to find maybe stepping on the vines is a better way than stepping on the wood. Somebody bounces on it and you feel that. There is the thought that you could fall through, and of course you could have your feet go through, or one go through, maybe even two if you're unlucky. Then you've got other problems I won't go into. But you can well imagine how the opposing enemy would be scared to death walking across this if, in fact, it had no side rails. That is instant death, I would suspect. Here you can see the supports locking the steel cables, which are somewhat disguised to some rebar to provide even more stability. And I suspect that this is true for all 6 of these, or 5 of these cords that are underneath here. But in the old days they would have been vines that could easily have been cut if the enemy seemed to have the capacity, or at least the courage and the skills to cross over this. You have to come over to my side.
Just be careful, my friend.
Okay.
Thank you, $10.
You are welcome.
$10, US dollar.
$10, yeah, right.
You give me.
I'm doing this no-handed. See how this might have looked. I got to shoot kind of quick before the rain gets on the lens. Okay, so here we go. It's a beautiful falls, particularly as it spreads out coming down into this beautiful pool. I wonder if they let people swim there in the summertime. Man-made feature, but pretty nevertheless. Sculpted by man. But what makes me think it was man-made is this erosion control wall that identifies itself by those small water relief valve holes, if you will, and pipes embedded in the mountain or soil. I'm guessing this is designed to stop any big trees from going any further, like something like that. What kind of work people do to live up in this area, certainly before this attempt at tourism began. This is almost Chinese in the sense of its huge size in anticipation of an equivalent tourism. Clever also how they made this cement pedestrian bridge. Here's a curiosity. I'm on a steep slope set of stairs, as you can see, and here I've discovered a small crab. But wonder if there is such a thing as a forest crab. Here's another one. This may be, it depends on how their species work, the other mate, if you will.